famous author, and I'm well known for my series Percy Jackson and the Olympics. When I was young, I disliked reading until I started enjoying mysteries in middle school. I also enjoyed reading The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. Later, I became a teacher in English and history. I became a teacher so that I could teach children to love reading and writing. I also worked on writing mysteries in my spare time before and after work. I got married to Becky and we had 2 kids named Patrick and Haley. Haley had trouble reading just like me until they started liking Greek mythology. I made up Percy Jackson as a bedtime story for her. Later, Percy Jackson became the hero in my book, The Lightning Thief. I have many accomplishments in my life, like when I wrote my first book, The Big Red Tequila. I tried 14 times before it was published in 1994. After I finished the Percy Jackson series, I started writing the Kane Chronicles and the Heroes of Olympus series. All 5 books of the Percy Jackson series made it onto the top 10 list for bestsellers. The Lightning Thief was released on the movie in February 12, 2010. After the movie came out, I didn't want to see it because it would wreck my perspective of Percy and the other characters. The movie was a huge success. It made $226 million. 3 years later, they released the second movie, The Sea of Monsters. I'm a very imaginative author. I am imaginative because I wrote 3 fantasy series about Greek, Roman, and Egyptian gods and goddesses. I used my imagination to make my books exciting and fun to read. For example, in the Percy Jackson and the Heroes of Olympus series, I created a place where demigods could be safe from monsters. It's called Camp Half-Blood. Camp Half-Blood is the only safe place for demigods. I also used my imagination to take all these ancient Greek gods and put them into modern times. In the ending of my book, The Mark of Athena, Percy and Annabeth were hanging off a cliff, about to fall into Tartarus, and I had to use my imagination to begin the next book after this happened. When I was interviewed by adlit.org, I told them how I liked to use my imagination when I was a child. I said I would be more likely to play with Legos or build robots or make imaginary worlds than I was to be outside throwing a football around. Fans have been begging for more after The House of Hades came out. My last book, The Blood of Olympus, is coming out this year.